All right, good evening, everyone. Happy Monday night. I cannot believe it's like the middle of November already. Like, where has this whole year gone? And it's almost Christmas and then a beginning of a new year. So it's just crazy. Time is flying by, but welcome to our Monday Night Team Fireball call. If you don't know who I am Jenny Field, Pro 4 with LifeVantage. I am in the great state of Nevada, and I'm a wife and a mama of two girls, and one of my daughters is on our team, Abby Field. So I love doing this business. I love doing this business with family, and I just love sharing about activation and how we can make people feel better through cellular activation. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. We do these team calls every Monday night to get together with you guys, give you some incredible information, and just be here to share and love on each other. So welcome. I am going to share my screen because I have a little PowerPoint. Helps keep me on track. And slideshow, come up. There we go. All right, so we always like to start our calls out on Monday night with a celebration, with recognizing the team members that are getting new enrollments for the week prior. And so we had three of us get new customers this last week, whether they're customers or distributors, they're just new enrollments. Christy Simpson, congratulations. Alice Beretta, and myself, Jenny Field. So awesome job, you guys. Congratulations. It's not easy to get new customers. And when you do, we want to celebrate it because it's a huge accomplishment. So good job. Before I go any further, I didn't make a slide for this. I just wanted to touch on a couple announcements. If you are not registered yet for this Saturday's LifeVantage training, they do it once a month when we don't have like global convention going on. It's a virtual training Saturday morning from 9 p.m. Mountain Time to 1 p.m. Mountain Time, I believe. So, because I know here in Nevada, we're gonna watch it from 8 a.m. to noon. I don't know what it is on the East Coast. I can't do that math that quick in my head. But if you are not registered for that, definitely jump on, get registered. You guys, it's only $25. And I listened to the TGA call today, and Sam was on there, and he was just talking about how these are investments in not just into your business, but into you personally. Like, this is an investment into you. And most people go to school for their education, right? We'll look at it as these are our education to learn more about how we're supposed to do this network marketing business. So if you're not enrolled yet to do that virtual training, jump on, get enrolled. I believe if you can't catch it live, Christy, you might be able to verify this. If we can't catch it live, is it like, can you catch it like later that day or the next day? Or is it just one time?
I think you have access to a replay. At least that's the way it's been in the past.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Thank you for that clarification. That's what I was thinking. So if you can't like watch it live during those specific times, then there's that replay that's available to you. So if you're here in Nevada, we are getting together at my house. So if you Georgia people want to just jump on a plane and come to Nevada for Saturday, you are welcome to come, because Carol and Abby and Carrie, and we've got a list of some others that we're sending some invites out to, are going to join me at my house for this Saturday's training. I just thought, you know what, let's all get together and let's watch it together. So if you're not in Nevada and you're not coming here, then you guys can do it in Georgia together if it works out. Okay, so I just wanted to jump on that real quick, just because it is super beneficial to just get involved, plug yourself in and learn more about, this is a personal growth journey. That's all it is. You know, we're building a business alongside this huge personal growth journey within ourselves. So LifeVantage Academy on Saturday. All right. I know Alice touched on the fat burn last week, and I really just had to piggyback on this because I feel like we need to reiterate it, right? We need to kind of jump on the bandwagon of what LifeVantage is doing, what their promotions are. And this month is No Gain November with our fat burn. And we have the new study out, and we all should be promoting it, talking about it, sharing about it. So I just wanted to go over real quickly again that we have an incredible fat burn product. So it's giving your metabolism a wake up call by going in, and it's targeting that stubborn, like visceral fat. And Alice had great analogies, and I'm not going to go into all that because I'm not that scientific, but it's hitting all of that bad fat, turning it into, I want to say better fat. Can we have better fat, or is it all just bad? I think we can have better fat. So this clinical study, we know about it, they're talking about it, but how it burns up to 181 more calories per day at rest just by utilizing our fat burn. So if you're not sharing about it, start sharing about it. We have 1 week left to take advantage of the free shipping. So the free shipping also qualifies if you order a new daily wellness, that lemon ginger flavor. But if you have people that are taking the fat burn that have ordered in the last couple weeks, get a hold of them this week and tell them you do not want to be without this in December and January. Carry this No Gain November into December and January, and go ahead and order 1 or 2 or however many more fat burns you want to by November 21st, so you can get free shipping. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna reach out to the few people that have ordered the fat burn underneath me and just say, hey, like if you want to continue this into December and January, get your order in now so you can take advantage of that free shipping. And there's these great bundles, you guys. And I just wanted to kind of put this picture in here. It'll make more sense when I go through my training a little bit later on. But like, let's look at this first bundle right here as like a good bundle, right? And then this bundle is like better. And then this bundle is like best, right? So you have like good, better, and then best. And that's how you can like talk to people about it. It's like, hey, if you just want to jump in, get your toe like wet in the water, then go with this first bundle. If you kind of want a little bit more and you don't want to gain the average 8 pounds that Americans gain in the month of November and December because of Thanksgiving and Christmas, then maybe you should do the second bundle. And then if you just want to jump all in and like lose some weight, then you want the best bundle. Okay, I'm gonna quit with my silly humor. All right, you guys, I am gonna jump into my training. I also heard this from Vandy Flake. It's so funny that like all of this has kind of come together today when I heard Sam earlier on the TGA call, and then Vandy talked about this habit stacking. I was a couple of months ago. No, about a month ago, like right at the beginning of November. She did a Facebook Live and I watched it, and she was actually talking about No Gain November and how to habit stack on top of like your weight loss goals or your health goals or things like that. And so it got me curious as to what habit stacking is. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do a training on it so that I can learn a little bit more about it, and then that you guys can learn a little bit more about it too. So what is habit stacking? Well, it really is when you pair a new habit with something that you already do every single day. Our brain works in crazy ways. And if we already are doing something every single day that's a habit, if we just stack something on top of it, or right after it, or next to it, we're able to like remember to do that more often. Like it becomes then a habit easier. So this is that whole concept of habit stacking. So it makes our brain like think less. We don't have to like think about the next thing that we have to do, or if we feel like it's a task that we have to do. So this can be done in any aspect of our life. I'm going to kind of gear it more towards our business and kind of push it kind of towards with our ITT system, our system for success. But think of it as you can do this with anything in your life. You could do it with the No Gain November challenge. You know, if you're wanting to just better your health and do better things for that, then what you're already doing maybe in one area, you can just add the fat burn. You know, if you get up and drink a whole glass of water in the morning, then you just know you're going to add that fat burn to it. Simple, right? And then it just becomes a daily habit. So they talk about these different habits, and then it's kind of like a cycle. So we have a habit that we normally do. I read a lot online, but there is, I think, a book called The Atomic Habits. Is that what it's called, Christy? I think so. Yes. Okay. I have not read that. I'm being honest. I've not read that, but Christy has. I will get to that one day. But all of the stuff that I read online talked about, like, say, for example, we get up every morning and we go get a cup of coffee. I'm going to say we go get a cup of Axio because that's what I drink every single morning. So that is my cue. I get up, I go get my Axio in the morning, and then what do I do after that? If there's something that I'm wanting to create as a habit, I'm going to stack it. So the cue is get up, I have my cup of Axio, it's a craving, and then I have a reward, and then I have a response. And then it just is this cycle that just keeps going and going. So for me, I get up, I go get my Axio, I sit down at my kitchen table, and I have my 20 minutes of quiet time. Like I know that that's what I have to do. I have my little Bible app on my phone. I do a daily devotion. It just gets me going, wakes me up for the day. But I also am sitting there when I'm done with my little quiet time. I'm sitting there and I have extra time, right? So instead of going and doing something else, I can stack a habit on top of what I'm already doing and post 5 to 7 stories on Facebook and be done for the day with that. So just think of the things that you're already in a routine with your daily habits and how you can intertwine our LifeVantage business in between them. So going along the lines with that ITT system, find pieces throughout your day, whether it's maybe at lunch, when you're sitting down and you're having lunch, you're already doing something, you could follow up with somebody, or you could invite somebody to take a look at the Biohack and Activate Explore website. So just find little things like that where we can stack our business into our personal life with what we're already doing and habits that we've already created. This here goes along that kind of same line as when I pointed out earlier with the packs with the fat burn. And you kind of have your good goal, your better goal, and then your best goal. And so when we're habit stacking, we don't want to layer things on too much. We want to start small. So take one thing that you want to implement into your new routine and just start there. And then once you've mastered that, then you can add another thing on. And once you've mastered that, then you can add another thing on. But don't start and say, I'm going to add 3 things tomorrow, because it's not going to happen. Just you're not going to get there. So set yourself a minimal habit that you want to do every single day, and make sure you do that. And then you can set yourself more of a bigger, okay, if I get this minimal one done, I'm going to try to do this one next. And then if I get that one done, then I can go and do the best one after that. But if we set that minimal habit, we know, okay, if this is all I have time for today, then that's all I can do today. And I did one thing that bettered myself or bettered my business, and just kind of go from there. But don't stack too many things on at once or too fast, because then we're not likely going to get through it. So that's kind of where you can set yourself some goals. And I would encourage you guys to set a minimal goal. So like, what's a good goal that you would like to start doing in your business? And then what's a better goal that you can add on top of that good goal? And then the third is, what's the best goal? So have 3 different goals that you're trying to achieve, knowing that at least I'm going to hit that minimal goal. All right, let's move on. This was really, I need to move this thing so that I can see. I'm going to close you up for a minute. I need to be able to read the screen, and you guys' pretty faces were in the way. So these were 5 steps to habit stacking that if you want to screenshot this, so you have it later, I would definitely do that. But this is just kind of reiterating a little bit of what I've just kind of talked about. But start small, because research shows that consistency of practice is more effective than the duration of your practice. So doing something for 5 minutes every day is more likely to result in a sustainable change, rather than practicing something once a week for like 30 minutes. So this is great, because you can do something every single day for 5 minutes. And that's going to build more consistency in whatever it is that you're doing, rather than doing it once a week for 30 minutes. 2, consider all your options. When first getting started, get a sense of all your cue options. So these are like the habits that you're already doing, habits that you already have that cue your mind that I can stack something on top of this. You want to make 2 lists. One of the things you do every single day, and then another of events that happen every single day. So things that you're already doing, but then another list is events that you're maybe going to or doing that you could stack a habit on top of. And then you can choose the best way to build on top of whatever that is. Be extremely specific. If either your new goals or your cues are too vague, you'll struggle and you're not going to then succeed in that new goal. Number 4, choose a realistic cue to set yourself up for success. Select your current habits wisely and taking into account the reality of your life. There's a typo there. Sorry. I just saw that. But just make sure that those habits that you're doing are wise, right? We don't want to be sitting and scrolling on Facebook when we really need to be posting, or really need to be sharing about our business with our stories or whatnot, because that doesn't serve you. That doesn't get you anywhere. Give yourself, number 5, give yourself a timeline. It's not totally necessary, but it is really helpful to set yourself up for a concrete window of time. So when your goals are too open-ended and you feel less motivated to work on them, then it's harder, because you're just like, oh, well, here, maybe I'll do this and maybe I'll do that, instead of being really specific of like, the next 3 months, the next 4 months, kind of like LifeVantage is doing with our run to Pro 4. So over the next 5 months, you might have some really specific goals of, well, I'm doing this and this and this because this is going to set me up for success to hit whatever I need to make it to that end goal of hitting Pro 4 by March, right? That's when Elevate is. And so setting a timeline can feel less daunting in like the big picture. And it also creates an excellent movement for you to kind of pause and then reflect on your progress. So you can kind of see your steps along the way and how you've gotten yourself there and how you've, gotten those goals and those things accomplished by stacking those habits onto new things. All right, I am going to stop my share because that is the end of my little PowerPoint. I do have a few minutes left on the call, and I just wanted to open it up to anybody to see, like, one, have you heard of habit stacking before? And two, are there, as I've kind of been talking, are there some specific goals that maybe you've kind of just jotted down maybe in your mind or jotted down on a piece of paper that you want to share about? And we can just kind of close the call up with a little bit of discussion. No? Oh,
Hey.
Hey.
Here, I was kind of racking my brain, and I was thinking while you were talking of and what I could change or alter or add to be more productive with my day. And one of mine is I usually don't schedule appointments till at least 9 p.m. because I kind of leave in that wiggle room for emergencies. And unfortunately, instead of using that time wisely, I will oftentimes like just get up later, take the kids to school, and then come home and take a shower and prepare for my day. But if I went ahead and got up earlier, prepared for my day, took the kids to school, then I could use that hour and a half wisely, or at least an hour wisely, where I could go to the coffee shop and get some more invites and follow-ups and just be more productive with my time. So I think if I just make it a habit, and a daily habit, it would definitely create a huge window of time that I'm not using wisely.
Yeah, that's really good. And, even if you give yourself 30 minutes, whatever window of time that is, but the cue is you've got to figure out what you can stack that habit on top of. So making a habit to get up a little bit early, I would say single day, because that's the first thing that you're doing, it's going to be hard to stack that habit because you're not doing anything else above that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I guess if my first habit is set my alarm clock, I can just set it to a separate, thing. It'll still feel like a daily, similar to I'm changing a certain part. And so then I can, instead of going straight home after I drop them off, I can go straight to the coffee shop and just increase my productivity that way.
Yep. I love it.
Had been mentioned before on one of our calls, but it didn't sink in. Like, this actually made it sink in better, and I can see how.
Cool. Thanks for sharing, Alice. Anybody else have a goal or something in mind that maybe you think like, oh, I could stack something small?
Allison said
Yes.
she. Oh, I was gonna say Allison said you can do teeth.
You can do what?
10 squats while you're brushing your teeth.
Brushing your teeth. Yes. See, this is all part of
10 squats. But that's not really doing anything for my business. So now I need to figure out, do I text somebody while I'm brushing my teeth?
No, but you know what you can do, what would be good for your business is you video yourself doing your squats while you're brushing your teeth, and then you say hashtag no gain November fat burn.
You are a social media genius, Jenny. Can I hire you as my personal coach? That's so good. I got to figure out how to be coordinated with my phone and brushing my teeth and doing squats all at the same time, though, which could
Well,
be
that's
tricky.
why you have the cool phone stand that holds your phone.
You've just rocked her world.
I don't know it today.
I know what I'm
Oh
getting
my-
you for Christmas now.
I need that and I need a ring light. I have the worst lighting problem in my house.
They make it in a duo.
Thanks, Jenny. You gave me some fabulous ideas.
You're welcome.
I was gonna say the same thing, Jenny. I love the idea of if I'm sitting down just to eat lunch, that is the time that I should be on my phone following up. So I love that. I think that you said something about like sitting and drinking coffee and following up. But if I get to sit down and eat lunch, I should be doing that. So great idea.
Yeah.
Allison, I love your hat.
That's
You're
cute.
muted, Allison.
Making ugly Christmas sweater hats for people for at my work.
That's so funny.
I
love
love
it.
all your ones, and especially because it has the ponytail and you put your ponytail out it.
I know.
So cute. All right. Does anybody else have anything or want to share anything before we wrap the call up? No. All right, you guys. Well, work on your goals. Write some good, better, best goals down, and then see how you can stack them into your daily habits that you already are doing. And then maybe come back and share them in our WhatsApp page or even on the feed in this live video on our Facebook page. So you guys all have a wonderful evening and we'll see you next Monday.